Hi, Miss Izzy. Can you hear me?
Uh, Yes, hello, Vandy.
Hi. Did you have a good week?
Hi, I did.
Excellent. How's your voice feel today?
Feeling good.
Wonderful to hear. Excellent. All right. So, we were working on scenes for two characters. And then before that, we were working on, we had like character voices that we were creating based on pictures. So, what would you say for today would be your goal for the session? What would you say would be the thing you'd like to focus on today?
Well, thing that I like to focus on the little scenes that you sent me out from last session.
Awesome. Yeah, so going over some of those new things that I sent out. Awesome. Great. So, which was your favorite of those?
I definitely like the party disaster frantic
Love it. Okay,
with
awesome.
Alex and Jordan.
Nice. All right, so tell me a little bit what you discovered about these characters and what you kind of decided for them vocally. Like, what kind of character voice are we creating for them? And just kind of tell me what you explored and discovered and decided for them before we dive into it.
All right, so what I create for voice of them, like I kind of like took inspiration from or no, like kind of like how. Oh, hang on. Yes, I got something. She's with me. She's already with me.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay.
All
All
right. So
right.
anyway, so like
Yeah.
I'm very like with Alex, very calm and organized. So I kind of like took it down a notch. Like, okay, nothing's happening here. But then with Jordan, it's chaotic and excitable, very like frantic.
Nice. Yes. More frantic. Love that. So probably faster paced then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking about the speed. So faster and slower paced. What about our pitch? Is one character going to have a higher pitched voice and another a lower pitched voice?
Yes.
Okay. And what about things like vocal tone? Is one going to have a brighter voice or are they going to be more nasally? What are you thinking there?
All right, so with Alex kind of be like more in the lower setback
Okay.
and more like on the easy side.
Ah, okay. Nice.
And with Jordan, very like high pitch, very like breathy
Okay. Awesome.
and
Did you think of any like character inspirations that you feel like these remind you of?
actually did.
Okay.
Like one with like Jordan, definitely like fear from Inside Out.
I like that. Yeah. That works
And with
great.
Alex, very more I couldn't like think of like anybody who was like very well organized,
Oh, okay.
but
But even just like the sound of the voice for the character. Um,
yeah.
yeah. So sometimes it's like I got a little bit stuck. I couldn't really think of anybody, but you can still create a voice anyway, and that's okay. It's just a tool that can be helpful. So let's go
Indeed.
ahead and give it our first run. Just show me where it's at, and we'll go from there.
All right. Okay. The cake is upside down. Oh, wait. The whoops, switched characters around.
That's
All right.
okay.
Okay. The cake is upside down. The streamers are tangled. I think the dog just ate the confetti. Deep breath, Jordan. Step number one, the cake is sal is sal is salvageable. Step
Oh,
two,
salvageable.
salvageable.
Mm-hmm.
Step two, untangle the streamers schematically. Step three, the dog. We can just use the vacuum cleaner. Schematically? We have 15 minutes before gets here. 15! The cake is like a leaning tower of pizza. Leaning is not the end of the world. I'll just rotate it 180 degrees. And voila! Problem solved. See? This is why you're boring sometimes. We need chaos, energy, drama. Wait. Oh no. The balloons just popped. All three of them. Three balloons? Fine. Grab replacements from the cabinet. No need to panic. Fine. Fine. Three candles? The candles are in the wrong order. One is blue, two are green. Who even buys mismatched candles? Mismatched colors. Minor details. As long as the number of the candles is correct, we're still good. Minor details. It's a disaster. The music playlist. I accidentally deleted half of the songs. Half the songs deleted. That's okay. Shuffles mode exists. Problem solved. You make everything sound easy, even when it's chaos. Common planning beats panicking. But chaos does make it fun. Okay, okay, let's fix this party methodically, methodically, and chaotically. All right, let's do this.
All right, nice. Okay, good. So, what did we like there? What did we find that we were like, oh, that worked really well? I really loved how that sounded.
I kind of like with Jordan, very rising up the pitch, almost like not so much shout, not almost like not so much screaming, but almost like exag projecting. And
Okay,
more like
nice. Yeah.
stress out, like having a heart attack. And with Alex, the complete opposite. Just go with the flow. Like, hey, I'm not worried. It's only a few little mistakes. Big deal.
Yeah.
And very more calm and chill in the voice.
Nice. Yes, exactly. One thing I would say, um, I would try not to do a ton of loud and soft changes. Try to keep it generally around the same volume. It'll make recording a little bit easier if you're recording with a mic. If you're like suddenly like, wah, and then you're like whispering next, it can be hard for the microphone to process. So can we add intensity or exasperated or frenzied? Can we add those kind of things without changing the volume as much, but keeping
Okay.
it a little more steady volume wise? Yeah, so changing other aspects of the character voice. So, what are other things that tell us the emotional state of the character?
Like one's very like upset, panicked, like, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, this is not gonna go as planned. But then the
Yeah.
other is like, hey, take a deep breath. Even if there's a little mistake, who cares? We got this.
Okay, nice. Awesome. Um, so let's go ahead and try it again. And don't feel like you have to rush between. One thing I was noticing is that like you had a couple moments where you maybe like had a little hiccup and you were like, oh wait, like I need to restart that line or I need to think about what I'm doing next. Feel free to do that because in voice acting, you can go back and like cut down on the spaces or whatnot. So if you need to take a second and think about what you're doing next, that's perfectly fine. So maybe take a little pause between lines and think about how you want to say the next line. Yeah, can we try that?
Sure.
Great.
Okay. The cake is upside down. The streamers are tangled, and I think the dog just ate the confetti. Deep breaths, Jordan. Step one, the cake is salvageable. Step two, Untangle the streamer schematically. Step 3, the dog. We can just vacuum later. Schematically? We have 15 minutes before Sam gets here. 15! And the cake is leaning like the Tower of Pisa. Leaning is not the end of the world. I'll just rotate it 180 degrees and voila, problem solved. See, this is why you're boring sometimes. We need chaos, energy, drama. Wait, oh no, the balloons popped, all three of them. Three balloons? Fine. Grab replacements from the cabinet. No need to panic. Fine, fine. The candles are in the wrong order. One is blue, two is green. Who even buys mismatched candles? Mismatched colors, minor detail. As long as the number of the candles is correct, we're still good. Minor details, it's a disaster. The music playlist, I accidentally deleted half the songs. Half the songs deleted. That's okay. Shuffles mode exists. Problem solved. You make everything sound so easy. Even even when it's chaos. Playing calm planning beats panicking. But chaos makes it fun. Okay, okay. Let's fix this party methodically and chaotically.
Methodically.
Methodically and chaotically. Agreed.
Nice.
Let's do this.
Awesome. Good. All right. So, how did that time feel different?
I definitely kept it at the same volume now.
Mm, nice. Good. And then what about taking the time between? How did that feel?
Yeah, I definitely could like read my lines a little more clearer and not be so like easily rushed or easily slowed down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And doesn't that feel better?
Yeah.
It's like, I can breathe. Yeah, and that doesn't take anything away necessarily. And I can still do the lines fast or slow, right? Um, I can take that pause and then say the next line really fast. And then I can take that pause and then the next character can be more slow, right? So the pause is a separate thing entirely. And even, sometimes they actually will ask for that because they're like, oh, can I have a little bit more time between or like a little more space between? Um, so yeah. Um, what do you think there? Um, if you were maybe going to tell yourself one thing that you liked the best about that take, and then if you were going to tell yourself one thing that you're like, I wish I had done it a little bit better in this way, or I'd like myself to change this, what would you say?
Um, maybe like what I want to say is, I don't really have a straight answer for that.
That's okay.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, so how about let's go through this time, and I want you to think about playing with focusing more on the speed, like take the pause, but then the speed of the characters, make them have a little more contrast. Okay? Can we try
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Okay. The cake is upside down, the streamers are tangled, and I think the dog just ate the confetti. Breathe deep breaths. Jordan. Step 1, the cake is salvageable. Step 2, untangle the streamers thematically. Step 3, the dog, we can just vacuum later. Schematically? We have 15 minutes before Sam gets here! 15! And and the cake is leaning like the Tower of Pisa! Leaning is not the end of the world. I'll just rotate it 15 degrees and voila! Problem solved. See, this is why you're boring sometimes. We need chaos, energy, drama. Wait, oh no, the balloons popped. All three of them. Three balloons? Fine. Grab replacements from the cabinet. No need to panic. Fine, fine. The candles are in the wrong order. One is blue, two are green. Who even buys mismatched candles? Mismatched colors, minor detail. As long as the number of the candles is correct, we're still good. Minor details? This is a disaster. The music playlist. I accidentally deleted half the songs. Half the songs deleted? That's okay. Shuffle mode exists. Problem solved. You make everything look so easy, even when it is chaos. Calm planning beats panic, but chaos makes it fun. Okay, okay, let's fix this party methodically and chaotically. Agreed.
Methodically and chaotically.
Method, method,
Methodically.
methodically and chaotically. Agreed. Let's do this.
Nice. All right. Awesome. Good. So, how did that feel?
Nah, no, not definitely. I took the pause in more.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that. Did you feel like focusing more on the speed differences between the characters helped you have more contrast between the two?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too. What did you maybe like the best about that take?
Um, best part. Well, definitely I did like switch like the tone of like how how the way I definitely like changed the tone when the first time I said it like with take Alex for example. Like when he says the first time I said like on the three balloons line for Alex, I said three balloons? Fine. Grab replacements from the cabin. No need to panic. And then with this tag I said three balloons? Fine. Grab replacements from the cabin. No need to panic.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. So let's play a little bit more now with the difference in pitch. So let's exaggerate that a little more. One character being higher pitched, and then one character having a lower pitched voice.
All right. Okay. The cake is upside down, the streamers are tangled, and I think the dogs just ate the confetti. Breathe. Deep breaths, Jordan. Now, step 1, the cake is salvageable. Step 2,
Salvageable.
salvageable. Step 2, untangle the streamers thematically. Step 3, the dog. We can just vacuum later. Schematically? We have 15 minutes before Sam gets here. 15! And the cake is leaning like the Tower of Pisa. Leaning is not the end of the world. I'll just rotate it 180 degrees. And voila! Problem solved. See? This is why you're boring sometimes. We need chaos, Energy? Drama? Wait, oh no. The balloons popped! All three of them! Three balloons? Fine. Grab replacements from the cabinet. No need to panic. Fine. Fine. The candles are in the wrong order. One is blue, two are green. Who even buys mismatched candles? Mismatched colors, minor detail. As long as the numbers of the candles are correct, we're still good. Minor detail, this is a disaster. The music playlist. I accidentally deleted half the songs. Half the songs? Deleted? That's okay. Shuffle mode exists. Problem solved. You make everything look easy, even when it's chaos. Calm planning beats panicking, but chaos makes it fun. Okay, okay, let's fix this party methodically and chaotically. Agreed. Let's do this.
All right, nice. So, did that change anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you notice changing?
Well, definitely with Jordan, I definitely like made that higher pitch with those like big like letters all capitalized.
Yes,
And
definitely.
with Alex, I definitely like when it came to the final ending, I took it very slow and steady and lower.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. Excellent. Beautiful work there. All right. So then, I would love to play now. Um, let's focus on which words you feel like are most important to emphasize and bring out. So I want you to really lean into those. So, like if I say a phrase with different emphases, it changes the way it lands. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, right? So, depending on what I emphasize, it comes across differently. And I'm communicating something different. Mary had a lamb, but Tommy had a dog. Mary had a little lamb, but now she is a cat. Mary had a little lamb, but then it grew up and now it's a big lamb. Mary had a little lamb, whereas Tony had a little gerbil, right? So I'm emphasizing different things and it communicates something different each time. So, can we
Mhm.
try focusing on which words we feel like are most important to emphasize and lean into and bring out more? All right, can we try that?
Sure.
Awesome.
Let's see. Okay. 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 The cake is upside down. The streamers are tangled, and I think the dog just ate the confetti. Deep breaths, Jordan. Step 1, the cake is sagitable. Step 2, untangle the streamer schematically. Step 3, the dog. We can just vacuum later. Schematically, we have 15 minutes before Sam gets here. 15! And the cake is leaning like the Tower of Pisa! Leaning is not the end of the world. I'll just rotate it 180 degrees and voila, problem solved. See, this is why you're boring sometimes. We need chaos, energy, drama. Wait, oh no, the balloons popped! All three of them! Three balloons? Fine, grab replacements from the cabinet. No need to panic. Fine, fine. The candles are in the wrong order. One is blue, two are green. Who even buys mismatched candles? Mismatched colors, minor details. As long as the numbers of the candles is correct, we're still good. Minor details, this is a disaster. The music playlist, I accidentally deleted half the songs. Half the songs deleted? That's okay. Shuffle mode exists. Problem solved. You make everything look so easy, even when it's chaos. Calm and planning beats panicking, but chaos makes it fun. Okay, okay, let's fix this party. I can do this. Method- methodically, and chaotically. Agreed. Let's do this.
Nice. Awesome. So I definitely heard some things change that time. I heard
I did
you
too.
express lines in a totally different way than I've heard you do any of the other times. So do you hear how it's like, oh, that like makes us consider different perspectives or go, oh, I never would have thought of saying it that way. And then we hear, oh, okay, when I really emphasize that key word or that key element, like, let's do this together, right? That's one of the things I heard that was like, let's do this, like you and me together as a team. It then tells the story in a different way, right? So what was maybe your favorite thing about that take? The thing that stood out to you the most as being different than the other times?
Definitely agitate the words was definitely my favorite part.
Ah, nice. Okay, yeah. If you were maybe gonna say one thing that was very different this time that you maybe surprised you, what would that thing be?
Definitely be like, even with the very little words, I made it like very big, where in this line, it is a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really emphasize that is moment. Like, this is a disaster.
Yeah, right. Not that this is a disaster. This is a disaster, right? Then it's communicated very different. It tells a different perspective and a different story. Very nice. Beautiful. Yeah, excellent. So that changed it a lot for me. Um, if you were going to maybe cast this, so if you chose somebody that you were going to cast in these characters, who would you choose?
Hmm. Don't really know.
That's okay. Well, who are two people with very different personalities in your life? Like maybe your mom and your dad, or your neighbor and your teacher. So just two people that have very contrasting different personalities.
Well, when my sister was little, definitely I would cast my sister in this, like
Sure.
being frantic. And
Okay.
then my mom, of course, and she's the calmest one.
That's a great idea. Okay, so we're gonna take your sister and your mom, and we're gonna do it the way you think they would say it.
All right. Okay, okay, okay. The cake is upside down. The streamers are tangled. And I think the dog just ate the confetti. Deep breaths, Jordan. Step 1, the cake is savageable. Step 2, untangle the streamer schematically. Step 3, the dog, we can just vacuum later. Schematically? We have 15 minutes before Sam gets here! 15! And the cake is leaning like the Tower of Pisa! Leaning is not the end of the world. I'll just rotate it 80 degrees and voila! Problem solved. See, this is why you're boring sometimes. We need chaos, energy, drama. I don't know. The balloons popped! All three of them! Three balloons, fine. grab replacements from the cabinet. No need to panic. Fine. Fine, the candles are in the wrong order. One is blue. Two are green. Who even buys mismatched candles? Mismatched colors, minor detail. As long as the number of the candles is correct, we're still good. Minor details? This is a disaster. The music playlist. I accidentally deleted half the songs. Half the songs deleted. That's okay. Shuffle mode exists. Problem solved. You make everything look so easy, even when it's chaos. Calm and planning beats panicking, but chaos makes it fun. Okay, okay, let's fix this party methodically and chaotically. Agree. Let's do this.
Nice. Very good. I definitely heard a shift in the characters. Like your mom's character sounded a lot more relaxed and at ease to me, for instance. And then I heard like a little more of like a frenzied, like, and an escalation that would happen where the pitches would get higher and higher and higher by the end of the phrase. Really nice playing with that. Beautiful. Um, I heard some really fun things there. I was thinking for that phrase at the end, um, methodically and chaotically. I'd love to hear what changes if you accent the and there. Can we try just that phrase again there at the end?
All right. So it's methodically,
Methodically and
methodically and phrase it.
chaotically.
Okay, okay, let's fix this party thematically and chaotically.
Yeah, do you hear the difference there where it's this and this together, right? Instead of like one or the other, we're saying this and this, not this or this, right?
Yeah.
I kind of like that for that particular phrase. So really nice job taking direction there. That's something that is important to develop is that ability to take direction. Directors look for that. They want to see that they can give you a clear direction and then you can just pick it up and do it and change what you've been doing. So, really nice job taking direction there. Awesome. So, tell me, what was maybe the number one thing that stood out to you today that you learned or that was like a light bulb moment for
Well,
you?
definitely with the light bulb moment that what you just mentioned, like the more of the tone and like really emphasize the like and part or like an or
Mm,
part. And
yeah.
also really and another thing is also exaggerating certain words.
Mm. Nice. Yeah, I love that. Then what would you say is maybe um what is something that you felt like you were able to improve through the session? They were like, "Ooh, I feel like I did really well with that. That was better."
I really improved on my volume.
I agree. Yes, absolutely. And then what's maybe something that you thought, I want to keep this and keep working on it this week? Like tuck in your brain and keep working with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? What's one thing that you're like, I want to revisit this, or I want to keep exploring that, or I want to try to keep improving on that?
Um, I definitely like kind of like I did okay with this last take I had.
I agree.
So yeah, I'm like happy, but I'm always
Yeah. So
I'm
maybe
always like
working,
ready to like continue with it or
yeah, if
improve
you're like,
on it
I
just a
feel like
little
I did
more.
really well with it, I think then maybe you could try recording it next. Or you could take some of these same things that we worked on today and try it in a totally different scene. So that's something you could try this week.
Hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, great work on that today. Fantastic job with everything. I love your enthusiasm and your attitude and your willingness to just do the work and to take direction and that constructive feedback. I think you're doing great work with your acting, Izzy. So keep up the good work, and I'll plan to see you next week, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, you have a good evening, okay?
You too.
Bye-bye.